Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again in Virtual Sailor here with the beautiful Allure of the Seas. We are heading into Nassau. Now Nassau is probably one of the biggest one of the most... Hello, back over here please. I'd like to continue my conversation with my people. Nassau is one of the places that I've been to the most, me personally, because everybody goes there because it's cheap. And it's close. But also sailing-wise, because, again, it's convenient. It's convenient to be able to keep on it. But it's a beautiful day. We've got the sun rising over here in the east. We are about 8 minutes from first buoy. So essentially what we're going to do is we are going to come in through the first set of buoys, come around the breakwater. And this is our spot. This is like... Royal Caribbean's big old parking. Anything that's usually big, like Icon and anything like that, usually would park right here. So Allure's gonna park here as well. So that's pretty exciting. I'm already thinking about what's gonna be the next series. I know that there hasn't been a big consistent in videos coming out recently. It's just because I've been so busy with family and everything else. It's been crazy. Now, this probably isn't the first time that I'm actually going to announce this, but I will say it again here. Danielle and myself are expecting our first child. Our first child is supposed to be here July 8th of this upcoming year. So, 1, very exciting. 2, very scary. We've wanted a child for 5 years, but like the fact that it's like happening now and happening, the slight panic kicks in, but very excited regardless. So there will be probably a lull in video from time to time. We'll probably switch from every other day, and we might do maybe 3 days a week or 2 days a week, you know, to go from there. I really want to get back into streaming when I finish the new house, so maybe we can what's the word for that? Subsidize? Yeah, that sounds right. We can fill the time with that. But yeah, about 6 more minutes before we hit those first buoys. A great, nice, slow, calm evening coming over from Coco Cay. Then tonight will be probably around 18 knots to go from Nassau. And to get, yeah, it actually might be a little bit less, because that'd be if I was trying to get up to Port Canaveral. If we're just trying to get back to Miami, it actually should be a lot faster. So probably about 16 knots or so, 14 to 16 knots throughout this evening to be able to get us back to Miami for tomorrow. So that'll be a lot of fun. Again, a nice short one here. Yeah, we're slated to be back in Miami at 6:30. In the morning, which is good. It's just, you know, with that turnaround and everything down at the end of the basin, that'll be like one of the first times that I actually will be maneuvering that, especially first time on video. Some of the other things that I've been looking at for what vessel is going to be coming next is their port locations. Now, I'm very lucky, and I actually don't think this is updated. You know, I have a lot. You know, we have a lot of options. Actually, I even got even more, because I have this whole section on my laptop, more in here, plus a Rio. The Rio's not super great. So, again, we're going to keep mostly here and here. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm kind of figuring out what's going to be next. But I'm thinking maybe it's a tie between a Holland ship, MSC, or having us move over to Celebrity. Now, we have many a ship in all of those categories, but it's trying to figure out, like, which one do I want us to jump off on. So that'll be pretty exciting to see what's going to come next. But again, nice, beautiful early morning here outside of Nassau. As we get a little bit closer, I'm going to... Actually, I'll do it now, because this one does take a little bit longer to slow down. I'm actually going to put the engines at idle, let us coast. As I say, yeah, nice, bright, waking up, beautiful sunshine on the side of the ship. Fun fact, when I was coming here with the Disney Wish this past September, we were right about here where an orange vessel cut in front of the ship after, blaring the horn, and actually went into pretty much like an emergency maneuver. And the Wish actually, let me come in here, use my map, actually did a full 360, almost in place. It was I've never seen the ship move that quick to right itself. And it's like, I'm sure if there was Coast Guard on hand, they would have been not super happy. Let's actually get ourselves, let's take a look at ourselves here. Again, I don't have the nighttime mode on because, again, it put some splotches on the ship, which unfortunately during the daytime don't look good. Look great at night. Everything looks fantastic at night. What time are we supposed to be actually departing here? Let me look. 5 p.m. You know what? We might put it on for the departure. That could be a good idea. That could be actually a lot of fun. So let's plan on that. We'll put night mode on essentially for our departure here from Nassau, as we are going to head back to Miami. Plus, it'll be such an early arrival that the lights will still be on, because if we're going to be docked by 6:30 and it's 7:30 now and the sun's just coming up, we'll actually be able to rock that night mode. So look forward to that for the next 2 videos for this series. I should say the last 2. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also trying to get planned out for my racing schedule for the rest of the day. Whoo! For 2025, because I'm filming this on the 3rd. I can't believe it's already 2025. It's insane. Let's jump down to the bridge. But yeah, I'm checking the lists. I'm checking them twice. I'm trying to figure out if I'm naughty and or nice. But overall, I am very excited for the things that we have planned this year. We're going to be finishing a house. The horses are going to be moved over. We're going to be moving in. We're going to be having a baby. Jurassic Park's got a new film coming out. Like, it's going to be a good year. I know. Baby and Jurassic Park are in the same category. That's funny. We'll take off auto. I wanted to be down to about 10 on our entry, and that looks like we're going to hit that pretty well, but I am going to kick us a little bit more sideways. Again, what's my range? Yeah. We'll do a half. Kind of want it straight with this blinking blue buoy, just so I have a wider spin. Overshoot it a bit, but because it's so long, I want to be able to kind of, coast ourselves in. I very rarely use the radar. I forget it's backwards. But it does come in handy from time to time. I've used it a lot with weather. Yeah, so, I want to kind of swing in, and we're going to be pulling in, and then when we leave, we'll back out and turn. A lot of the times I do see the larger ships just pulling in. And it's probably, again, it's just a longer maneuver, especially if we're one of the first ships here today. Hi, Layla. I have a Layla all of a sudden. She does not usually come and say hi. That's funny. If we're one of the first, we don't want to hold up any traffic while trying to maneuver, so it should be a pretty good time overall. I gotta figure out lunch. My mind's in the right spot, right? Make videos for you guys, have lunch. Good plan if you ask me. But yeah, it's been a crazy Christmas time. We got to tell all the family of the baby's arrival. We are not going to learn the gender prior. We're both hoping for a girl, but really we're just hoping for a healthy baby. So if we have a son, it's going to be a Hamilton moment of, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. But not getting shot in a duel. I need to make sure that as soon as he came out, we'd have that discussion of no dueling in Jersey, just because somebody tried to soil my name. All right, welcome to Nassau, everybody. You got a couple people who'd be out watching us come in. again, that's always like my favorite thing to do is it's not necessarily what's happening on the ship, it's where we're going and watching the workings of the ship. That's what I very much enjoy, and that's why I spend so much time in Virtual Sailor. I like to be able to take the time and enjoy the process. You're funny, husky. Alrighty. I'm going to start a turn here. I've been working with a vessel recently that's turn radius is about a snail. So bear with me if it seems like I'm going to be a little jerky on the controls. I'm getting used to that vessel. Still hoping that Alex is going to release a treasure. For those of you who don't know, Alex Butte is the person who made the Disney Wish, plus a bunch of other very good ships. We're actually going to see a handful more on the channel. I'm actually excited to bring them to you guys, including Independence of the Sea. That'll be coming in the future. As well as the Disney Adventure. That's going to be fun to play with. Even though I probably won't have us do a real cruise, because that one's just doing multiple days at sea because there's nowhere to go down there, so it's just a floating hotel essentially. We might, just for the ha-has of it, but I don't want to wait until it comes out. I think it comes out next year, and we just started 2025. You know, this buoy, I don't believe is here in real life. It just makes things a little bit tight. I didn't want to go all the way over. Hello. Past half, but easy. I believe that buoy would be further over. It just feels like it's in the way because I have to kind of come over and around it. Plenty far from that. Looking good. Extra swing. And again, this is just kind of going off of already rudder speed. I don't have any movement in the propellers right now. I mean, they're technically moving in the sim sense, but they're not producing any energy here. Actually gonna pop over to the bridge wing just to make sure that we're gonna clear this. Give a little bit back into the engines because again, I kind of wanted to be near 8 for our maneuvers in here, so we'll drop that down. Just gonna watch that, and then we'll kill it and kind of just drift right on in. Excuse me. I guess it is a little bit bigger space than it looks when you first come in. Just gonna pop over here. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Just want to make sure that we're clearing everything and everybody's happy and good and not going to break anything. It's kind of our goal here. I'll actually bring the speed down once again, just kind of to a slightly above idle. Because again, I want to be keeping that 8 knots for now until at least I'm a little bit closer. Yeah, we're right on track to be doing pretty well. I'm going to kill the engines once more. Again, this thing, I mean, it's massive, so it makes sense, but it takes so long for this just to idle down compared to other ships that are in the sim. I really want to get back into flying. That's one of the things that I've wanted to do. I really want to play Flight Sim 2024. It's just hard for me to justify the purchase when I don't super have the time to sit down and play it. You know, because right now I need to be... Today I'm doing a lot of wiring research and prep. And then Sunday we're going to be wiring ourselves to start getting the wiring into the house, which I'm very excited for and terrified for all at the same time. Floating fine. I'm going to give just a little bit of bow thrust just to get us a little bit more lined up. let that float the rest of the way. This looks good. Just gonna check here, get the range. Yeah, a little cockeyed, but that's okay. Wonder, can we... I'm just gonna scoot the boot over a little bit. I'm gonna give a little bit of reverse because it's just deteriorating so slowly. Because again, I'd rather be going about 2 knots as I approach the pier, not 7. Yeah, because right now we're flying. Again, there's like no drag with this ship. That's like the biggest complaint that I have with it. Again, don't get me wrong. A lot of weight, a lot of momentum, but water creates a lot of drag as you're going through it. Okay, we're getting down there. Again, I hate that the stacks are, you know, full force right now, more or less. Just want to get us slow down a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good. But then the thrusters, like, overcompensate. So weird. Down to 3.8. Keep dropping. Man, I hope you guys didn't hear that. I love when the system, regardless of how many times that I tell it not to do anything, it just decides that, oh, you know what? I want you to give a pop-up. Oh, hey, security defender or something. Like, just the crap that just comes through computers now. It's like, let me just be a computer. Don't tell me updates. Don't have pop-ups. Don't do this. Don't program, you know. Oh, you know, why don't you run it? Or, hey, we got a sale. Stop it. I own my computer. I'm not doing a streaming service. Like, it just makes me mad. All right, coming on in. Looking good. Finally traveling at a little bit better of a speed. I'd still rather be around 2 knots, but 2.4 should be fine. Again, there should be some drag here. We shouldn't be consistently still moving forward. Go. And I believe that the bow pretty much is right up there. We take up this whole pier. Here. I've been here once with this ship. I was testing it out. Again, every ship that you kind of get into is different, which is neat. Let's see. Let me just kick you a little bit more to the side. That'll do fine. And again, the disadvantage that we have in the sim, ooh, pretty, is that we don't have anybody. Usually you'd have crew all around to be able to spot the spots you can't see. So again, I have instruments that I can use, but I can't actually see. Cool, I'm so glad me zooming in made you go to the left. I can't see the aft of the ship, which is a problem. You know, luckily I've got a viewing window that I can look down and see the pier on this side, but I don't have anybody in other locations to kind of tell me how things are going. I'm going to go about half. I know it says half down here, but that's not half. I'm going to go here to slow us down a little bit more, down to about 1.5, just because we are massively by everything. Yep, there's 1.5 there. We'll still float. We got plenty more to float. You know, I want the aft here. Man, look how big it is. I know. I've seen this class of ship in person, and it breaks my brain because I'm like, one, it's too many people in one spot. And regardless of how many activities you think you don't have enough for everybody to do. But there is a part of me, you know, I love Disney through and through. That's never going to change. But I do want to go on some other ships just to be able to experience different things. Now, do I really want to go back on another carnival? I want to go on the Mardi Gras celebration or Jubilee. I could do one of those 3. That'd be cool. But like I've looked at MSC, that could be neat, you know. Probably not Holland. Just because it doesn't feel like we're the right demographic for that. So we'll see. See what the future holds, especially now that a child's on the way. So Disney makes the most sense. I feel like you should be in the water a little bit more. I shouldn't be able to see your isopods. But, like, you can't go too much more because these need to be visible. I mean, I could probably drop it a little bit. Again, the customization that comes into a lot of these that I've done are tricky. Because there's a fine line between customization for yourself and quote-unquote profiting off of it. Now, I never share any links that I have from stuff that I've bought, such as this, from years ago. Is this the bought one? Yeah, this is from Mondo. Well, not bought, but, you know, through the server. But anything that I buy, I don't share with people, and I've had people message me and get, like, really upset about that, and I'm like, guys, just go out and buy it. It's not, you know, some of the stuff's high, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's worth it. I think I paid, like, $30 or something the other day for to Lucas for 3 ships. That's 3 ships. That's $10 a ship. Am I going to make that back in ad revenue? No. Shocker, everybody. You get less than a penny per view. So I'm not going to, like, make that money back by doing it, but I'm not going to just send it to somebody for free. Lucas works hard on his models. Everybody works hard on their models. So I believe that they are allowed to be compensated for their work, especially the nicer level ones. You know, I had somebody in my comments the other day. It made me a little frustrated. They're like, I wish there was a version of this ship out in better detail. And I was like, oh, Rob has that ship. And they're like, oh yeah, well, I have that one, but, like, it's not as good. Don't do that. It's good. Do you want to know why it's good? 1, it exists. We're talking about it. That ship could just not exist. Even if you don't think it's up to the quality that you want it to be, that does not mean that it's not good. Then on top of that, Rob's stuff is great. I love Rob's vessels. And they're free. That's one thing Rob's always done, is his stuff is free. It's really big for the community. And we've all said it recently, especially. The community is hurting. Let's try to fix it. Drop line. Drop line. Do not drop these. Now, I don't know if I explained this enough. If I drop these, watch right here. It drops the anchor. And it drops for a tender, too. So, there's neat stuff there. I'm going to drop you, and I'm actually going to drop you, too. So, you're going to be there. Will you sink if I try to adjust you? I can even grab you. Happens every once in a while. I can't even grab you. So I'm somebody that when I moor a ship, that's so bizarre. I've never not been able to grab before. I wonder if it's because you were locked on that. I try to moor it correctly. Oh, geez, you're way over there, aren't you? Why are you way over there? Huh. Oh, and you're okay. Can I grab you? I still can't grab you guys. Great. So that's interesting. When I moor a ship, I like to be able to adjust them so they're realistic, but I can't actually move them. That's interesting. That doesn't usually happen. But welcome to Nassau, everybody. Our all-ashore time was 8 a.m. and we are here and docked at 7:40. Right? Yeah, actually 7:50. So we are right on time, which is always the way that I like it. But this has been a fun cruise so far. I'm excited for moving forward. I'm excited for whatever's going to be next. I'm also excited to get these videos out to you guys because, again, I haven't. I've been a little behind on that, but, you know, welcome to Nassau, and our next stop's going to be going back home to Miami on this very quick 3-day cruise with the Allure of the Seas. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day, and we do appreciate your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.